So, the other day, my dad calls me up and asks if I can swing by to help fix his garage door. Apparently, it had developed a mind of its own and decided to stay shut like a teenager's bedroom door during a family reunion. I figured it would be a straightforward affair, a little WD-40 here, a strategic kick there, and we'd be back in business. But no sooner had I arrived at my dad's place than I noticed something odd, a flyer on the ground with a picture of a parrot and the words, "Missing, very opinionated bird. Answers to Senator Squawks a lot." Naturally, my curiosity got the better of me, and I asked my dad about it. He shrugged and said that the local neighborhood watch had been in a tizzy ever since the bird went missing. Apparently, the parrot was famous for mimicking local politicians, to the point where people couldn't tell if it was the bird or the actual city councilman discussing pothole budgets at the coffee shop. The plot thickened when a flustered neighbor rushed over, claiming that Senator Squawks-a-Lot had interrupted her yoga class with a rousing rendition of the mayor's last press conference, causing everyone to fall out of tree pose and into a fit of giggles. Before I knew it, my dad and I were swept up into a full-blown neighborhood search party. People were roaming the streets with binoculars and birdseed, while others attempted to lure the bird with recordings of political debates. The absurdity reached its peak when someone suggested that the parrot might be running for office, given how much it loved attention. At this point, I couldn't help but wonder if the local politicians were secretly hoping the bird would take over their roles so they could finally get a break. Finally, after hours of searching and a surprising amount of community bonding, we found Senator Squawks-a-Lot perched proudly on top of the garage door we originally set out to fix. As the crowd gathered and the bird began to squawk out a particularly impassioned speech on zoning laws, my dad turned to me with a grin. "Well," he said, "I guess you really did fix the door, you just had to parrot it open."